Hi, living in Boulderville. I don't know exactly what day it is, but it doesn't matter because it's written in the title of the video. So, I got up really late today. I woke up to the sound of my roommate. I think I was working at like 7 in the morning until 7 or 8 in the morning or something like that. It was definitely past 6 because the store opens at 6, and every time 6 comes around, because for a while there, I had the habit of going to the store and getting energy drinks. I would get them like 2 a day on like empty stomach. I'm like turning myself diabetic. But so yeah, it was after that. It was like 7:30. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, it's like 3:30 in the afternoon. And I was just kind of. I don't sleep all day. Like I don't know how much REM I get, but it's not 8 hours. I get 8 hours of downtime. Like from when I'm working until when I'm working again. That's about average 8 hours like sleep. And I'm pretty much sleeping the whole time. Like I don't have problems with insomnia at all. Because by the time I go to sleep, like in fact, I did my video. The last video that I did yesterday, I did that one right before I went to sleep. And yeah, and so I think it says what time of day it was. It was like 6 or something. So anyway, so that's why I was yawning a lot in my video. I was tired in my video yesterday. So all I did was I laid down, and I mean I was so tired. I'm just laying there like, oh God, it feels so good to not work anymore. Not like I hate the work. Don't get me wrong. I like the work, but when you're done with the work and you're laying there, I'm like, ooh, resting time. And then before I know it, I'm sleeping. It was wonderful. And then when I wake up in the morning, who knows what time I wake up because it's during the day. The whole thing's in the daytime. But then maybe I go to sleep at I lay down at 6 or 7 in the morning, say, and then at noon, so I get 5 hours of actual sleepy time, and then at noon I kind of wake up. But then I'm just like laying there relaxing until like 3:30. You know what I mean? Because I'm just so relaxed. And maybe I do fall asleep a little bit every once in a while. I don't know. Anyways, I get up this morning and I hear my roommate. My roommate's like banging stuff around, and he used to bang stuff really loud. But I showed him how he was destroying my house by doing that. So luckily he doesn't do that anymore. Like everything in my house is fucked. He tore my door wobbles. He tore the door of my closet off my living room. He somehow completely demolished my mopping bucket, kicked in my sink wooden post, and then slammed my glass door so many times that the handle's loose, and then smashed a hole in the building with the door. But he was doing this just a little bit, so I knew he was like frustrated. And then I hear him like yelling at somebody. I'm like, who's he yelling at? Then I realize he's yelling at my mom, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I guess he's bummed that he can't pay his rent, but I guess he'll pay later. But then he busts the door open, throws his phone at me. He's like, she talks to you. It's your mom. And I'm like, what? She's like, your roommate's freaking out. I'm gonna go buy weed because I heard him saying that he needed to smoke weed. So my mom went over to get weed, and because I don't have any money. I only have $40 in the bank, and I need to keep that money in there as my cushion money so I don't get some kind of like overdraft. Because I think last month I went down from like 60 to like $20 or something, just magically. I don't know how that happened. So yeah, I need to look at it now, because if that happens, I need to like get money in it that night so I don't get the overdraft. Like somehow get money, like borrow money from my mom or something. Because I had to pay off. I got my tax refund like last month. It was the craziest fucking thing. I get a letter in one hand, and they come at the same time. Goddamn letter from the Colorado IRS saying, this is your last chance. You better pay your fucking taxes, motherfucker, not paying taxes. I'm like, and then on the other hand, I get my goddamn tax money back. So I cash the check. I deposit the check, like $860. And I use that money to pay off my Amazon card. So then I was back down to $40, $80, and then I got $40, and then I got to get down to $40. So I hope these tax people stop bothering me, or they give me more money. I guess they're going to give me more money. I was talking to Kirsten tonight, and she was saying that they're going to give us a Christmas bonus, $1,200, so we can buy Christmas presents. So that's pretty fucking awesome. I can put that towards the money that I owe on my other bike, dude. I owe like $12,000 on that goddamn bike. Doggy style bike. It's the doggy bike. It's the doggy bike. You see that doggy bike right there? That's called the Specialized Chev. It's $14,000. I paid $14,000 for it with my credit because I'm trying to boost my credit, because once I have strong enough credit, I could then get even a bigger loan for whatever, like a mountain bike, you know? One of these days I want to get the $9,000 mountain bike, but it's going to take me like 5 years to pay that bitch off. So I'll get the mountain bike in like 6 years. And by then they'll have even better mountain bikes. But, and that thing will be good enough. That was a breakthrough bike. They're not going to make a big improvement on that for a while. Anyway, yeah, so I decided to just hang out with my roommates. I went in the room, I went out there in the living room, and I worked on my computer, and I just let him tell me all kinds of interesting stories and stuff, you know. He's worked at lots of interesting jobs and stuff like that, and met interesting people, but he's looking for a house though, but he said he wanted to move out anyway because he's sick of living here or something. So I don't know. I don't want to, but I'm like, dude, we charge you way less rent here than you'd pay anywhere else, like way less. Like you're getting a freaking deal. Where are you gonna pay less? But he's thinking about buying a house, so he should just stay here until he buys a house. He's thinking about, I'm trying to talk him into buying a house right here in Boulder, but he wants to get a house up in Fort Collins. Anyways, so then my roommate comes, so I'm hanging out with him, and then my mom comes over. And she just honks her horn to let me know when she's here. She doesn't even call me anymore when she comes. She just honks her horn once when I come down because I hear it every time because I'm on the corner of the building. And yeah, I went down there and she had like French fries. So I cooked French fries, and I think she gave me some like muffins, but she had $45 worth of reefer. And she's like, make sure to share it with Mike. So I gave him a big old nugget, and I smoked him up until he couldn't smoke no more. And I told him that if he wants to smoke reefer, you know, all he has to do is knock on my door and I'll give him the reefer. So, yeah, I thought I was out of reefer for the whole month because it's like the 23rd. I didn't realize it was the 23rd. I thought we were like almost at October. But I was still prepared. I was like, fuck it, I could probably go like a week without smoking reefer, like today, you know. I was still kind of high today, but I was like, fuck it, it's all right, you know. Even though, but I'm working on lots of. So anyways, it's cool to know that I can be reefed up for a little bit more, because what I'm working on now, I mean, come on, it's way better to be reefed. So let me see what I'm doing, what I'm reefing it up with now. I built Atlantis, but in order to size calibrate it, I wanted to put individuals in there. And so with the bicycles, I had the bike racer time trials of all the racers, of all the different distances on different courses on Atlantis. And I did like all of them. Like I finished almost. And so today I woke up, you know, because I was working all late. I have to do 10K and 2K and 4K. I think are the only ones. And so I'm working on 10K now, and I already like made the placement for it. So all I had to do was pasted the little backer. And right now it's like 256 of them. And right now I'm taken from just various different races from all different people. And right now I'm tracing in the riders, like their bicycles and the riders. And so that's going to look interesting. I don't think I've done it like that before, where you trace the whole thing like with the wheels too. And so, let's keep this under 10 minutes because that's the tradition of how YouTube usually is. So that's what I'm doing now. Let's see how many more I can do. Maybe today and tomorrow, or maybe today, the 2 and a 4K too. Okay, peace out. Talk to you tomorrow.